Welcome back to Family Gamer TV. Now, I've got some really interesting news today about Disney Infinity. They've just announced a new playset for the game. So the way the game works is that you access different franchises by particular toys. And here we've got two characters from this new playset, the Lone Ranger. So they're extending the Disney Infinity sort of experience and brand beyond the sort of maybe hardcore kiddie sort of properties to this Disney film that was due to hit cinemas around July 3rd. It's based on those old West American serials that used to run. You maybe remember them when you're younger. So I think these characters, again, they sort of follow that chiseled look that we've seen from other Disney Infinity figurines. They're slightly more sort of person-shaped, less cartoony if you compare to the Pirates of the Caribbean character. Their sort of proportions are much more in keeping with the normal human frame, and again compared to Mrs. Incredible there. So I think it's really nice to see Disney expanding Infinity beyond just maybe properties that would appeal exclusively to kids and have something which perhaps a more sort of mature gamer will enjoy. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, and each of the different play sets offers a new experience in the world. And here obviously we'll be playing through Lone Ranger adventures, as well as offering new characters and new items in that game creation toy box mode. So let's get these figures up close to the camera and you can have a look. So there you can see the Lone Ranger character with his sheriff star and sort of reaching for his gun. In the film, he's played by Arnie Hammer. The mask disguising sort of who he is, John Reed behind that mask. Hat, the sort of neckerchief. I think this really adds a lot of interest to the collection. You can see on the base there, all these Lone Ranger figures will have that same base, so you can identify them as a set. And then we have the Tonto character, which reminds me slightly of Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow, and for good reason, because he's also played by Johnny Depp. So this American Indian companion of the Lone Ranger, here you can see carrying his tomahawk, dressed in the sort of traditional outfit we see him in the film. And again, the base reflects sort of the sandy, blown dunes of the American sort of desert landscape, and that will sort of signify that they're both part of this new Lone Ranger set. So there you go, that's the new Lone Ranger playset for Disney Infinity. As you can see, we had them in our hand here and couldn't resist letting the kids have a bit of a play. And it's really interesting to see for the first time how they respond to Disney Infinity on the bedroom carpet, the sort of games they came up with, and just how they wanted to handle the figures. And they sort of took to them quite naturally and were soon sort of lost in their own imaginative games. And I think this is a big part of what makes Disney Infinity an interesting and a good value for money, is that you need to be able to get play value out of these figures as well as playing the video game. I think if you're just buying the figures to access things in the game, that's going to sort of push how much you're spending, and it's going to seem like that's perhaps not quite so good value for money. If you've got kids though, and they're going to play the figures too, I'm looking forward to seeing the full play sets and seeing sort of how they get on with them. So there you go, that's all we've got time for this week on Family Gamer TV.